One of the most distressing legacies of the transatlantic slave trade is the lost identity of descendants of enslaved Africans. Over the course of 400 years of transatlantic slavery, most African slaves were stripped of their identity and their history erased. Now, their descendants are using science and technology to fix the puzzle on the mystery of their heritage. Genetics companies in Europe and America are the go-to destination for the African descendants wishing to trace their heritage. The DNA testing process starts with a swab of saliva, which is then posted to a testing company. Millions of people use companies such as Ancestry DNA, 23andMe, Family Tree DNA, and Helix to sequence their DNA, discover their roots, or find common genetic patterns in a geographic location. Results have shocked and in some cases delighted many and inspired a Back to Africa movement. Speaking at a symposium on the sidelines of the bicentennial anniversary of Janjanbureh, a former slave settlement in the Gambia, Patricia Scotland, the Secretary General of the Commonwealth of Nations, shocks the audience with this announcement.
And I'm very pleased, in a way, to be representing those who left these shores and were not allowed to come back. So how do I know that I am Gambian? It's because I had a DNA test. And according to my DNA, I come from the Gambia.
Born in Dominica in the Caribbean, where 40% of the enslaved African were shipped, Patricia Scotland is the 6th Secretary General of the Commonwealth and the first woman to occupy that post. She has a strong sense of identity and attachment to Africa and sees her visit to the Gambia as a homecoming. Patricia Scotland is among many African descendants, some of whom are high-profile figures whose DNA results trace their origins to African countries. One of them is Samuel L. Jackson, actor and producer, who traced his roots back to the Benga people in Gabon after taking a DNA test as part of a US documentary series, Finding Your Roots. Gabon's then President Ali Ben Bongo hosted Jackson and issued him a passport, effectively making him a Gabonese citizen. Amid such developments and a wave of returning descendants of Africa back to their ancestral homes, what should be our national response? Hassan Cisse, a leading Gambian historian, has this answer.
So I think a very good start is for us to give them citizen rights. Number two, to encourage them to embed within our society. Okay, to learn our languages. Imbibe our cultures. Go into our education system. Number three, to encourage them to invest. Some of them, have the means to invest. Create jobs. And create opportunities for our youth. Because these people are a hidden potential, for the Gambia in particular and for Africa in general.
One of the countries on the continent to embrace the homecoming of the African diaspora is Ghana, which in 2019 held a ceremony granting nationality to 126 African Americans and Afro-Caribbeans as part of the country's Year of Return, marking 400 years since the arrival of the first enslaved Africans in North America in 1619. A ship with 20 captives landed at Point Comfort in Virginia, ushering in the era of American slavery. Momodou Lamin Choi, QTV News.